Hi, no joking in this video. This is a warning, specifically for parents, but I guess really for anybody. Something truly disturbing just happened to me. I just stopped for gas on my way home, and while I was there, I wanted a beverage, so I went to go inside. So as I'm walking in, I am approached by a child. I mean, this kid, he was maybe 14 years old, and he comes up to me and he says, "Hey, can you buy me some Feel Free?" I didn't understand what he was talking about, but I said, "Do you need food or something?" And he said, "No, I need Feel Free." And I was like, "I'm sorry, no." And this young kid lunged at me and tried to take my wallet out of my hand. I grabbed it really fast and I just went inside. So I go inside, I grab my drink, I go up to the cashier and I was like, "Hey, just so you know, there's like some kid out there. He was asking me to buy something for him." And he like tried to grab my wallet and she was just like, "Oh my gosh, it's this." And she pointed to this little blue bottle on the counter that I've never seen before. Looks like that. And I was like, "Oh, what's that? Like a 5-hour energy?" And she was like, "No, this stuff is so sad. I have people coming in here 5-6 times a day to get this. It's so addictive. And people lose their minds. People act like actual crackheads or like they have heroin addictions over this little drink." So I get home and I look into this. People are literally going to rehab over this drink that is legal in most states in the US, that is sold at gas stations. I mean, it's called Feel Free, but traps you in addiction. That feels very nefarious. But I don't think that we talk enough about things that are legal but sold next to gum and energy drinks. And yeah, this kid was so young, and like his face is like just burned into my memory about how lost he looked. So please be careful.
Johnny, no. No, here, watch out. Let me.
Is anyone else on the side of TikTok where they're talking about the Feel Free, like Botanic, Creighton, and Kava drinks? Because I am. And let me just say, like, you guys aren't doing a good job of, like, selling people against not drinking it. That's all I'm going to say. I didn't even know what this drink was. But now that I'm seeing, like, video after video and people talking about how they were, like, so addicted to it and how it, like, made them feel, like, so euphoric and all this stuff, I'm like, I don't know, maybe I'm crazy for saying this, but, like, you're really just, like, making me want to try it at this point. Like, before I saw all these videos, I had no idea what this drink was. Wasn't even a thought on my mind. But now I'm like, I feel like for science, I have to try this drink. Like reverse psychology, reverse marketing. All you guys are doing by spreading awareness is making me want to try it more. I can't be the only one.
My name is Jasmine. I was addicted to the little blue bottles called Feel Free by Botanic Tonics. They have these ingredients in them, and I was drinking anywhere from 9 to sometimes 10, 11, 12 bottles a day at the height of my addiction. And the serving size of these bottles is 1 bottle per day. So you can imagine that is a lot. It did a lot to my mental health, my physical health, my wallet. And I'm going to walk through what these bottles promised and what they marketed versus what they actually did to me. And I make this video so people can just be aware and be careful of what they're purchasing and to always research ingredients. I want to say too, the things that I was marketed and promised by these tonics did happen at first. And I really loved taking them at first until they very slowly but surely turned on me. First thing I was marketed about this product was that it was going to give me a natural energy boost, which it did at first. And I really loved the effects of this because I would take it sometimes instead of coffee, or I would take it to go out with friends and just have a little bit of a natural energy booster. But because the high from these things is so short-lived, you're left craving another one pretty much instantly about 30 minutes after. So it got to a point where I was just craving one after another. And I was taking so many, like I had mentioned, that I became incredibly lethargic, tired. Just if I was not taking these, I was just a waste of a person, just not doing anything at all. The next selling point that I was marketed by Botanic Tonics was that this was going to be a safe alternative to drinking because I was newly sober from alcohol. And at first it was, for the first couple of months, it was something I only took on the weekends when I was out with friends. And I really didn't think about it much. It was pretty manageable. And then slowly but surely, I started taking it before the workday, replacing coffee with it, just using every sort of excuse I could to take it at different times of the day. And it was no longer this thing that I was just taking when I was going out. It was something that was a part of every hour of my day for the most part. I developed a full dependency, and I was more addicted to this than I ever was to drinking. The next positive side effect that I was marketed about these products was that it was going to help me focus more. And it did do that at first. I felt like I could focus. I felt like my work was more enjoyable. And then over time, I could not focus on anything but when I was going to be able to buy my next shot. And I fixated on these shots. I was working and just constantly thinking about when I would have a break from meetings to be able to run to the gas station and go dose again. Next selling point from Botanic Tonics is that this product will make you more social. And it did that at first. It made me feel really social when I was not drinking, but I was also masking a level of social anxiety that I needed to work through. And I didn't want to work through. I just wanted to have something else that would make me feel more social because I didn't have alcohol anymore. And in return, when I started taking more and more of these and became incredibly physically dependent on them, I started isolating myself completely from people. I started saying no to plans more. I had no energy to hang out with friends. I didn't want anyone to catch on that I was developing health issues from these things. So yeah, again, please be careful. Please consume things responsibly. If you have any sort of addictive personality, please stay far away from these products, even if you don't. I'm just here to spread awareness, so please stay safe out there.
So my face isn't doing any better. It is 9:54 on Monday, and I'm gonna go to the emergency room because I keep missing work because of this. I can't wear sunglasses at work, so I'm gonna go to the emergency room and see what they say.
You've got 80 subs, well, that's 80 cookies you need.
I look crazy. You think they're just gonna pump me with like water fluids?
Pump you with water fluid?
To wash it out.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay, so now I'm in the second waiting room. And now we have masks on because a woman came in and said she had COVID. She had COVID.
It's 10:30 at night, which is like 1 in the morning for me because I have 3 kids and we get up, whatever, it doesn't matter. I just saw videos about feel-free tonics and I was so addicted to these things. What they are is kava and kratom. Sorry, I'm whispering, my whole family's asleep. Kava and kratom mixed together in like a shot. They look like maybe like a fancy 5-hour energy. They sell them at gas stations, smoke shops, like over the counter. I think you need to be 21 to buy it, but I don't even know if they card for it. Anyway, I'm now on medication that they give to people to get off of opiates because I could not get off the feel freeze by myself. If you need more details, I will definitely do a part 2 of exactly what it happened and like what it's like. But yeah, stay the fuck away from that shit, especially if you have addictive tendencies.
No, too much of a struggle.
This video is a warning. There is this blue bottle drink that is being sold in gas stations. The drink is called Feel Free. This is how the drink looks, right? Do not try it. Absolutely stay away from it. It's sold next to energy drinks in gas stations. So sad what it's doing to people. People are literally going into rehab because of this stuff. It targets the same things in your brain that a certain substance that starts with the letter H does. Yes, you heard that right. By taking that drink, you're literally developing an addiction that's similar to if you had taken a substance that starts with the letter H. If you know, you know. But it's disguised as an energy drink. Kids are taking this stuff. Literal kids. Somehow it's completely legal. People are taking it, kids are taking it, teenagers are taking it. They're not even checking people's IDs to buy one of these things. Actually, no joke. I've heard cashiers saying that customers will go in being aggressive, violent, literally acting like crackheads. There's people going through 5, 6, 7, 8 bottles of these in a day. Shaking, trembling, anxiety, throwing up. There's a video on here about some guy saying that a teenager literally tried to rob him to get some of that stuff. It's not even FDA approved. They're literally going through a lawsuit right now. If anyone asks for you to buy them one of that stuff, say no. Walk away, because they're likely addicted and it's only going to get worse from there. I'm really hoping that this doesn't become some new type of trend that teenagers and people are partaking in. Please spread this message to as many people as you can.